body failing? Am I shortening my life by waking up too early or too often? After 65, sleep becomes one of the most misunderstood parts of aging, surrounded by anxiety, myths, and outdated advice. Many older adults believe they must force themselves to sleep 8 uninterrupted hours like they did at 40. And when that doesn't happen, fear quietly takes over. On Infinite Inspire, it's time to replace fear with understanding, because sleep after 65 follows different biological rules. And when you align with them instead of fighting them, sleep becomes one of your greatest tools for longevity and health. Research in sleep medicine shows that most seniors need between 7 and 8 hours of total sleep in a 24-hour period. But that sleep often looks very different than it did in younger years. Aging naturally reduces deep sleep and increases lighter sleep stages. This does not mean sleep quality is poor. It means the brain is changing how it restores itself. Many seniors sleep in segments, earlier nights, earlier mornings, and sometimes a short daytime rest. This pattern is not a failure. In fact, many of the world's longest living populations follow similar rhythms. The danger is not lighter sleep. The danger is worrying about it so much that stress hormones disrupt sleep even further.
One of the most important discoveries in longevity research is that sleep timing matters as much as sleep duration after 65. Seniors who consistently go to bed earlier, typically between 9:30 and 10:30 p.m., and wake naturally between 5:30 and 6:30 a.m., tend to have better cardiovascular health, more stable blood sugar, and lower inflammation. This aligns with aging circadian rhythms, which shift earlier as melatonin production changes. Forcing late nights often leads to fragmented sleep, poorer recovery, and higher disease risk. The body after 65 prefers consistency over length. Another truth rarely discussed is that waking up at night is not automatically a problem. Many seniors wake briefly 1 or 2 times during the night. This can be due to lighter sleep cycles, bladder sensitivity, or natural hormonal changes. If you fall back asleep within 15 to 30 minutes and feel reasonably functional during the day, this is often normal aging sleep, not insomnia. Long-lived seniors do not panic over nighttime waking. They remain calm, allowing the nervous system to settle again. Anxiety about waking does far more damage to sleep than waking itself. Before we go further, if this explanation already brings relief or clarity, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to Infinite Inspire. Understanding your body is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself after 65. Daytime napping is another area filled with confusion. Many seniors feel guilty for resting during the day, believing it ruins nighttime sleep. Research tells a different story. Short naps of 20 to 30 minutes, especially before 3 p.m., can improve memory, mood, and cardiovascular function without harming nighttime rest. In fact, many centenarians incorporate brief daytime rest into their routine. The key is duration and timing. Long naps or late afternoon sleep can interfere with nighttime rhythms, but short, intentional rest supports longevity.
Sleep quality after 65 is deeply tied to what happens during the day, not just at night. Regular daylight exposure, gentle physical movement, and consistent meal timing strengthen circadian rhythm. Seniors who walk outdoors in the morning, even briefly, often sleep better at night because sunlight anchors the body's internal clock. Likewise, reducing heavy evening meals and late-night screen exposure protects melatonin release. Sleep becomes easier when the body feels safe, predictable, and well-paced throughout the day. If you're still watching, pause here to like the video and subscribe to Infinite Inspire. This channel exists to replace fear with calm, research-based guidance for aging well. One of the biggest misconceptions is that sleep needs decrease drastically with age. In reality, the ability to sleep changes more than the need for sleep. Seniors still require adequate rest for immune function, memory consolidation, muscle repair, and emotional regulation. Chronic sleep deprivation after 65 is linked to higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, depression, and cognitive decline. But the solution is not forcing sleep, it is respecting the body's new rhythm. Another critical factor for longevity is sleep regularity. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends, is strongly associated with longer lifespan and better metabolic health. Irregular sleep confuses the body's internal clock, increasing inflammation and stress hormones. Seniors who live longest tend to treat sleep like a daily appointment with themselves, not something optional or negotiable. It is also important to address fear around early waking. Many seniors wake at 4 or 5 a.m. and assume this means something is wrong. In reality, early waking can be a natural shift in circadian rhythm. If total sleep time remains adequate and energy is reasonable, early rising is not harmful. Some of history's most creative and long-lived individuals were early risers. What matters is how rested you feel, not what the clock says.